producer. Gabe Amatangelo, lead endgame designer, we say, which means, you know, war zones, operations, flashpoints. Corey Butler, live producer. Daniel Erickson, lead writer. Stephen Reed, senior online community manager. And Blaine Christine, live producer. Where's James? James, why are you hiding? Oh man, someone's in trouble. Anyway, so, if you have a question, let's try and yell it out and see how that works. No, not all at once. Raise your hand and I will call on you. And can we keep it down a little, guys, so we can try and hear each other?
And first of all, let's just get this clear. Holiday 2011 is the target release date. Thank you.
I've actually been telling people we already released, and then they just missed it. Alright, so.
Limited supply.
That's right, supplies are limited. This is not a joke and this is not a marketing stunt. This is literal because that's what we're doing. Because we want a good launch, so if you have a pre-order, you need to do it or else you may not be in on day one. Alright, let's start off with questions. You right there, sir. What are the chances that you will have a Force Lightning-like ability as for public based on your morality choices?
So there is no chance that you will have it based on morality choices.
Ooh. Next question. Right here up front. The question was, are there any aspects of the game so far that we found particularly challenging that may or may not have caused the game to be delayed?
No. So, I mean, it's hard building these things. There you go. So, it is. No way. We have a ton of content in this game. A lot of content. We want to make sure it's right. That's the answer to that question. Make sure it's right before you are. MMOs are hard. You heard it here first.
Back there. Yes.
Okay. I'm really curious why, like, you know, dual lightsabers and like lightsaber staffs are, you know, restricted by class. What was the reason behind
Why are dual lightsabers, dual blade, double lightsabers? Why are they restricted by class?
Identity between the classes, their sort of role and identity is very important, and the double-bladed lightsaber lends themselves to that. The Sith Assassin is very sort of Darth Maul inspired, and avoidance occupies a lot of enemies, double-bladed lightsaber, parrying, etc. So identity, just across the board, helps out with that.
Let's move over to the middle a bit. You, sir, in the hat.
Yes. Sort of like with you in Knights of the Old Republic, where you can craft your lightsabers. Are you still going to be able to use the different colored crystals to make the different colors for your lightsabers?
I believe the question was, can you make different color choices for your lightsaber? Is that correct?
Yes, like in Knights of the Old
Like in
Republic.
KOTOR.
Yeah, we actually took a lot of the inspiration for not just what obviously expanded into the crew skill system, but into the slotting system and what we use to do your lightsaber stuff. So not only will you be able to do that, you'll actually have a little bit more flexibility than you had before, and some very exciting stuff actually coming later that we'll be able to talk about. And I think it's going to make fans of that sort of system very, very happy. We're continually working on the item system, and lightsabers are a big part of it.
Oh yeah, no, we got lots of questions. I'm trying to sweep across and I'll sweep back. You all the way back. Yeah. Are we planning on implementing new mechanics over time based on their popularity, or is there already a certain design?
Gabe actually has a wheel that he just spins.
You've heard of the Wall of Crazy, and in this game it's just Wheel of Chance.
what features come up. Can I just clarify that though? Did you mean that will we implement features based on their general popularity in MMOs, or what the community is demanding?
Yes. Okay, so as live producer, one of my jobs is to make sure that we are paying attention to the community, to what's flowing through CS as genuine issues, etc. Now, of course, this is a complex question, right? Because there's also what's possible given the limitations of the engine, yada yada yada. But the point is, I personally will be taking responsibility for listening to my friend Stephen Reed right here, and he'll be saying, hey, that guy back there wants X, Y, and Z, and I'll say, we'll try to get X, Y, and Z, and then I'll talk to Daniel and James and say, can we get X, Y, and Z? And they'll say, no, we can only do X and Z, and I'll say, well, I think that'll make him pretty happy, and then eventually he'll get X and Z.
But they'll bitch about Y.
Yeah. And then the forums will have a 10,000 page thread about why.
I'm going to have to go with the girl in the chair or on someone's back, I can't tell.
My question is about the upcoming weekend beta testing where you're bringing a bunch of people in. Are those going to be decided completely random, or will they be decided based on pre-orders?
PAX tickets.
There is a panel tomorrow in the main theater where we may or may not have access. Oh, I'm sorry, the question was about beta testing weekends and whether we're going to let people in based on randomness or based on pre-orders or what. Yes. I believe we have. I know. Stephen, am I right that the panel tomorrow?
We can't really talk about it.
We don't have anything to say.
No.
I don't know what's going on at the panel tomorrow. Honestly. So.
I think that's on. Isn't that on page 20, 18 to 20? I think that's.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I haven't.
You should have read it by now.
I should have. I was planning a meet and greet. I was busy. All the way back. Yes.
Trophies in the Star Wars universe are a very large part of taking out an enemy. You have Darth Vader's lightsaber, which Luke carried around and collected. You have various other bits. Will trophies be collected in a game? And if also, will there be a guild hall to put those trophies when you meet them in a raid?
Bonus question, slipped in at the end. So guild hall first, the guild championship thing, no, not for launch, possibly after launch. Trophies, I think the answer is no right now, not for launch again, but yes, possibly after launch. See Wall of Crazy. Does everybody understand when I say see Wall of Crazy what that means?
Yes!
There were a lot of no's.
If anyone doesn't understand what that means, Damien Schubert, who's our lead system designer, literally has a wall of crazy ideas on which, hey James, on which there are literally all these kind of crazy ideas, and they're kind of ranked by designer.
They're ranked by design, but also as we're moving live, how people suggest things on the forums, so we'll also rank them on community feedback too. There you go.
I'm going to sneak in at night and rearrange them. I actually have a picture of it right here.
Do you?
You can see it.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy.
So, James Olin just joined us, just to remind you, our big game director.
We always have to do this. So, James Olin, lead designer of Baldur's Gate. Lead designer of Baldur's Gate 2, Neverwinter Nights, Knights of the Old Republic. And where were you instead of being here?
I was selling a house.
That's a pretty good excuse.
Congrats!
Alright, let's go over this side. Yes, sir.
This is a hard sell. So what you gotta do is just back more than ask different questions. Add around.
Crafting. Will you be able to socket your items and like put things in them to upgrade them?
Yeah, absolutely. James, do you want to? Yeah, were you?
Yeah.
Can I talk about it? All right. So we've actually just finished doing a pretty big redo on the itemization system entirely, making modding something that's going to be very exciting for crafting, something very exciting for people who want to keep their particular sort of core appearances. As a crafter, people are going to be coming and knocking on your door.
And the good thing is that was based on beta feedback that we've been getting, as well as playing the game, so there you go.
When people tell us we're stupid, we listen.
You just promised way too much for that, buddy.
Green shirt, yeah.
All right. Hey, do we have an example of something in place to motivate people to re-roll other characters?
Do we have an example? Not yet. The question was, do we have an example of something to motivate characters to re-roll?
Oh, yes.
An entirely new story.
That question. Other than story, what would be?
There is nothing other than story. Story is the reason why you play a Bioware game.
I'm up here, my little heart is breaking.
Don't ask the writer those questions. So, we can't talk about things like that yet. We don't talk about things that we implement things, but yes, maybe something to help you re-roll later.
Well, I'm going to anyway.
Well, then why do you need something?
Then we don't need anything for
Exactly.
you. We canceled the feature. Thank you.
Yes, you're the Republic.
Yeah, as a follow-up to the Force Lightning, if it's not morality choices, what would it be?
If we had an answer for that, we would have given it.
This Q&A is over. Everybody out.
The question was, as a follow-up to the Force Lightning ability question, if it doesn't depend on morality, what does it depend on?
And the answer is something else.
All the way over here, yes.
What's the spectrum from like community items?
What types of, how can we deal with colorization or vanity items in the game? Of your armor, of your outfits.
Like, can you make a rainbow?
Can you make a rainbow cloak?
Can you use dyes to change the, no, not currently. We are looking at,
well, I was going to say we do color matching.
Well, we do have color matching, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. There's no way to choose the color of your armor beyond what your armor already is. We do have a color matching system that basically matches your armor so that you anti-clown button. That's not, you can't, for example, choose, I want to change my black armor into blue armor. Not currently, anyways.
What about tie-dye?
No.
Yes, up front here. What sort of guild features do we plan on implementing? Like guild bank or other stuff like that?
I think you mentioned guild rank. We do have like guild ranks within the guild.
You know, he said guild bank.
Oh, guild bank. Yeah. So, guild bank, guild doubling, guild questing, those are all things we're talking about today. Yeah, so a lot of that stuff is not going to be in for ship, but we have marked as some of the most important features in our game. Guilds are very important to longevity of a massive multiplayer game, so we've prioritized guild features at the top because we want guilds to be very strong, we want them to be sticky, we want players to really like being in a guild. So
That's
it's to our advantage if we have strong guild features for you.
Yeah, we're going to be right behind it. It's a hot recipe, trust me, don't worry. I'm keeping up all the time over it, so.
Yeah, we're going to have free featured guilds. We're just going to not have some of the more advanced features at launch. However, they'll come soon.
Yes, like that.
Guild bank, guild level.
Yes, like guild bank number one and the others.
Rich loves guild banks. It's his favorite feature. He's going to keep on loving it, just like he is on stage right now, about guild banks until it's in the game. He'll come into my office every other day and say, "We're guild banks." I'll be like, "Why don't you give me more programmers?" And he'll say, "Well, I'm just kidding."
You with the Starbucks coffee. Where'd you get the Starbucks coffee?
Best question of